My husband's old flame, Ava, posted an ultrasound photo on her Instagram. The caption read, "A huge thank you to my dear brother for lending me, well, you know, when I needed it most. I can finally have a baby of my own." I silently liked the post and left a comment. "Congratulations, you two." The comment was up for less than a second before my husband Scott called. He roared into the phone, "I just gave her my sperm, Jenny. Can you stop making a big deal out of nothing?" I quietly hung up. It was time for a divorce. My hand rested on my slightly rounded belly. I took a deep breath, preparing to tell the tiny life inside me that I was sorry, that I couldn't keep it. But as the words formed, a sob caught in my throat. This baby was supposed to be my surprise for Scott's birthday. Now it was clear he didn't need another one. I was 2 months pregnant. It was a child I had to beg Scott for. He never liked being intimate with me, and he certainly didn't like kids. He'd always say they were wild, noisy, and a drain on your energy. Lately though, I'd seen him researching what you need for a new baby. He'd even stayed up late creating 2 detailed spreadsheets, one for an expectant mother's needs and another for the newborn. Like a fool, I thought he'd found out about my pregnancy and was preparing for us. Now I knew the truth. None of it was for me. Scott came home unusually early tonight. I glanced at the clock, only 8 p.m. Normally he wouldn't stumble in until after midnight. He called my name, but I stayed silent in the bedroom. He didn't call again. A few moments later, the sound of the shower started. When he was done, he slipped into the bedroom without turning on the light and quietly lay down beside me. A warm tingle spread from my waist as he wrapped an arm around me, the first time he had ever initiated contact like this. He buried his face in my neck, his voice a placating murmur. "Jenny, I swear nothing happened between us. I was just helping her fulfill a dream. Ava has always wanted a child. I promise as soon as the baby is born, I'll cut all ties with her." I said nothing. I just lifted his hand off my waist and shifted away. Sensing my rejection, his tone instantly hardened. "I'm already humbling myself for you. What more do you want? Don't forget, you were the one who said you didn't care about my past. You just wanted to be with me." His voice rose, thick with indignation. "Can you stop being so jealous? I could have kept this from you, but I told you out of respect. And this is how you repay me? You're a real disappointment." He let it all out, a torrent of resentment before delivering the final blow. "You should think about how good I've been to you lately. You wanted a baby, and I did my best to give you one. I'm sleeping on the couch tonight." The door slammed shut. A bitter laugh escaped my lips. A laugh for my pathetic marriage, for my own blindness. In his eyes, apologizing to me was a favor, a gift I was expected to accept graciously. Otherwise I was the jealous shrew he accused me of being. But he could only treat me this way because I had loved him so desperately, for so long. So maybe, in the end, I deserved this. Scott was gone by the time I woke up. I knew exactly where he was. These past few days, he'd been leaving early and coming home late. His assistant Sarah had called my phone several times looking for him, saying he hadn't been to the office at all recently. Putting it all together, there was only one conclusion. He was taking care of Ava. I booked an appointment and took a cab to the clinic. The procedure was quick. 10 minutes later, I was being wheeled out. As fate would have it, while I was at the front desk settling the bill, I ran into Scott. He had his arm around Ava's shoulder and his brow furrowed when he saw me. "Are you following me?" I ignored him and looked straight at Ava. She averted her gaze, then playfully tugged on Scott's ear with a fake pout. "Don't talk like that. Why would Jenny follow us? We have nothing to hide. It's not like she doesn't understand." Her words were a masterclass in manipulation, neatly tossing the problem back to me. All I could do was force a smile. "Of course. Your prenatal appointment is your business. Why would I follow you?" My directness seemed to anger Scott. He shoved me. "What's that supposed to mean? I only see Ava as a big sister." My body was still weak from the procedure. The push sent me stumbling to the ground. A sharp pain shot through my lower abdomen, and I let out a pained hiss. Ava immediately knelt down to help me up, scolding Scott under her breath. But as she leaned in, her expression twisted into a triumphant, provocative smirk meant only for me. Disgusted, I pushed her away and tried to use the wall to pull myself up. But instead of helping,